Hi, beautiful Taurus. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Taurus, we will jump right in and see what's going on for you. So this is basically for the month of February. 1 month into the future from when I'm recording this. And today we have like a little really beautiful alignment day. We have the second of the year of 22. So I think it's a little bit of a preview what's about to come on the 22nd of the 2nd, which has a major shift in its energy. So let's see if that rubs off in your reading or whatever's going to come out here. There is going to be an extension to this at the end of this with 2 choices to find the extension. If you resonate with the reading, that is. Taurus, what is going on? Okay, I need a break. Oh. Warm. I hope you're cozy and maybe have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea as well. Because this seems to take a while. Taurus. Overall energy, and we're just going to go deeper and deeper into that energy. That came out. 7 heavenly virtues. What a gorgeous. With children. So we're starting with 7 heavenly virtues. It's interesting because I was just going to say today I just want to look at this myself. This I'm going to look at myself, but this I'm going to read out of the book. I'm usually never inspired to read out of the book. Like, long story short, I'm going to read out of the book. 7 heavenly virtues. 7 heavenly virtues. There you go. Oh, it's just stunning. It's so beautiful. 7 heavenly virtues. Keys to goodness. You represent spiritual. You represent Taurus. Spiritual alignment. Nope, not at all. You represent spiritual enlightenment, divine knowledge and wisdom. You have faith and believe in all that is good and meaningful. I mean, just sit with that for a bit. You represent spiritual enlightenment, divine knowledge and wisdom. You have faith and believe in all that is good and meaningful. I mean, how beautiful is that? You have a deep intuitive understanding of God, the angels, and the universal spirit. You know the keys to goodness. You are being asked to use this knowledge to empower and teach others. What the 7 heavenly virtues mean: faith, belief and trust in the right things, hope, belief that good will prevail, charity, unlimited loving kindness towards others, fortitude, never giving up, justice, being fair and equitable towards others, patience, accepting the grace to forgive. Wow. Temperance, practicing self-control and moderation. I think that was it. Yeah. Wowee. You represent spiritual enlightenment, divine knowledge and wisdom. You have faith and believe in all that is good and meaningful. You have a deep intuitive understanding of God, the angels, and the universal spirit. You know the keys to goodness. You are being asked to use this knowledge to empower and teach others. This could be the children. That you have a very important task here on planet Earth, whether that is you being a mother, a father, a grandmother, a grandfather, a teacher, a spiritual teacher, a leader of some sort, you know, or you just really on purpose are opening this center or workshop place for kids of like with special abilities. And who doesn't have those these days? Because I just feel like probably around my generation that, I mean, between me and my mother, there was a fight. There was a real fight. She was reading the books that I was reading to find where I was sort of deluded, where I went the wrong path, because I was talking in a way that I was not allowed to talk. It didn't fit her way of seeing the truth. And so, but this at the same time, and I think that's quite rare because I'm not brought up with any particular religion or any particular politics in the house. So it's very like a clean slate for me to sort of believe in and be whoever I was or am. It was sort of later in life where she started with these like, where she always, all of a sudden was going to be religious and believe in certain things, and my truth just didn't fit her truth. And it was a fight to sort of stay open and stay, you know, in touch with our psychic abilities, as I believe that all children coming into planet Earth has those psychic abilities unless we sort of shut them down. And as a society, we really quickly we check off with our neighbors and friends, and you know, what is the society saying? Is this okay? Is this not okay? If it's not okay, if you're the only one that seems to sort of have a little bit of a crazy openness and imaginary friends and whatnot, and the rest of the community doesn't, you shut those down. So I just feel like with probably my generation, where I'm not only am I not shutting down my youngest son, who's now 3.5 years old, almost soon 4 to be, crazy. Not only am I not shutting his openness down, I'm encouraging it. I'm trying to, like, the minute or second he says that he senses something or that he sees something or that he heard something, or, you know, you know, I'm not discharging it as you're crazy, that was nothing, or there's like, it's nothing to be afraid of, or anything like that, but just sort of encouraging, saying, okay, what do you think that is? I wouldn't say then that I am a spiritual teacher for children, but I'm definitely like having an open mind and trying to have an open mind to not shut my son down, if that makes sense. You can be that parent, but I feel like with this, you're something else, Taurus. Here today, specifically for those Tauruses that has sort of that has checked in, or if you're drawn to this reading, you are very evolved. You might already have a following, like you might already have this center for children, or for just started this spiritual path where maybe more and more children will, because like they're benefiting from you, maybe not you directly, but then you have your teachings. So let's say that you have your teachings and I would come listen to you, and I am the mother of of 2 sons. It would be easier for me to stay open towards my 2 sons because I benefit from your wisdom, your spiritual wisdom. Does that make sense? Like there's some in some line here of order, you're helping the children spiritually. And there seems to be like a lot of wisdom on your part, a lot of understanding. It's like you're so in connection to, I have no idea why all of a sudden saw it, cat. It's like, excuse me. It's like when, if you have this very particular energy, you know, animals will flock to you. If you have this particular energy, the kids will flock to you because it's so light and it's so open and it's so magnetic. And, you know, kids and animals, they tend to flock to that higher vibrational energy. But for a moment there, I just saw a cat. It could even be gray. It can be black. Where am I going with that? It sort of proves, but because if you didn't have a cat, you're not the real deal. I don't have a cat, and I would say that I'm the real deal. But there's something about there's something with this cat sort of turning up to your energy. Like there's a natural draw to you. It wouldn't surprise me if you have a cat, but like there's a natural draw to you from the animal kingdom and from the children. They naturally are being drawn into your energy because it is so light and it is so in contact with everything. You're in contact with the universe. Like look at it's like you're talking with the stars. You're talking with the star constellations, and you might literally do that. You might have a real conversation going on with the spirit family in the universe. So let's go deeper into this. Why is this here for Taurus, please? You know what? This might also be you. That you've had this, like, these extraordinary gifts or these, like, this openness. You might not have understood it, and you might not even have called yourself like that you're clairaudient or clair whatever. You might just have been a very, very sensitive child, like hypersensitive child. And even to this day, you might not even call yourself like a medium or a psychic or a, whatever, but you're really in tune. Does that make sense? Like you wouldn't say that you're this or that. You wouldn't label yourself per se, but you have such understanding still. And I think that is our next generation of, like, we're not making it so special. It's like you have the gift. We all have the gift because we are an extension of Source. How can we not have a gift? But then it's like up to us. How much do we listen? How much do we pay attention? How awakened is the intuition, within you? How much room does that have? Is it all controlled by the mind, or do you really pay attention to your intuition? I feel like there could have been this could have been you, which makes it more meaningful even, or just the fact that you understand others, whether it's children or adults, the hypersensitivity. You walk into a room and you feel the vibe immediately. You still wouldn't say that you're a psychic. You would just feel the temperature of the room, the energy temperature of the room. There's something there that maybe you have. I don't know if you've fought with this a little bit, like that you don't call yourself a psychic or a medium or anything like that. So how can you know certain things, or how can you? Because you just know. And that's one way of feeling things as well. Like you just have this knowing. You can't really explain it, and you can't really put your finger on it. It's just a knowing. You just sense it, So why is this here for Taurus, please? Why is this here for Taurus? One more round, it feels like. Here you go. Oh. And out came Destiny with the Wheel of Fortune, number 10. It's a completion. It's coming full circle. It's like what you're meant to be. There's something that really starts to, you know what? I think you've known this all your life. I think you've been perhaps not on this path all your life, in the sense that you would call yourself like a mystic or a psychic or anything like that. You could have had like a normal per se. Always been hypersensitive. Might not even have understood that you are hypersensitive. You're just being like called that you're dramatic, or you're easily touched. You're easily offended. You're easily, like, you have easy access to your emotions. It's like so on your we say you wear your heart on your sleeve, but you wear your emotions on your sleeve. Like you're just such a sponge for other people's energies, and that probably has not been easy for you. But it's your destiny. It's like it's been a school from the very beginning. It's been a practice from the very beginning. But I'd say it's not until older age where you start to really utilize it, like where you really have started to come into this teaching, or like however, like it could be this YouTube channel that I have. It could be through these cards. It could be through a healing practice. However you practice it, it's like you're spreading light to the people around you, and it is your destiny. If you ever question it is your destiny. And however you want to switch it up and you know, use different ways of expressing and sharing your unique talents, I want to call it, your unique, if we're going to call it gifts, we're going to call it the gift of listening, because I think that's all that there is to it. Then there's different intention, obviously. You know, not everyone came here to be Zlatan, to play soccer. I for sure know. Although I played soccer when I was growing up, you know, that's not still what I'm dreaming of. You know, if I could just have one more game of soccer, you know, or whatever. Not every single person came to this earth to be that thing. We all have different intention. Right? But we're all intuitive, and you can take it further. You can be or become the teacher that I feel like you now are. And it is written in the stars. If there's been, like, if you've had a hard time to find this, like, you know, when you listen to certain other people, I've had this myself. If you listen to certain other people, I knew when I was 3 years old that I was going to be a singer. I knew when I was 5. When I was 5 was the first time that I decided I was going to be a hockey player. Or, you know, I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. Or, you know, they just have it. They just know. And I think, like me, because definitely me, myself, and I, have not known what I wanted to be. I think this is you as well. Like, there's so many different aspects of you. It's like you almost have tried every single different aspect of planet Earth that you can try. And you've gone through every single thing, through every single category of life, or every like theme of life that you can go through. And that's due to your growth. That's due to your, like, to activate that spirit within inside of yourself, like to become this teacher and to awaken this wisdom. But I think it's more now that you're starting to come in because of this destiny and the wheel of fortune. It's now that you're starting to come into your own right, if that makes sense. You might have done this a couple of years, and you might have known for a while, like, yeah, I'm interested in this, and I'm drawn to this, and I'm like, I have a pull towards this direction. But I think it's like right around now where you sort of almost like stand up for yourself and say, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is my path. This is my destiny, to help others and to be that leader and to be that teacher. I don't know if it has been like hush hush before, but I don't think that you've been that open with it. And I think you don't have a choice, because you seem to be like so charismatic and such a magnet by nature that people sort of will tend to be drawn to you. Like, they will come, not only like one or two. And if you listen to this and you go, where are my people? Why haven't they shown up yet? What am I doing wrong? Like, I feel like this is my path, but there's no people to share this story with. Then just lay low for a little bit longer and just sort of settle into this truth and sort of claim it. Feel that this is who you are, and feel that there's nothing to sort of be ashamed of. We're more and more coming into this era now where it's, I don't know. I mean, if you compare being a medium to being a doctor, or a medium to a scientist, we all know what's going to weigh heavier, right? Still to this day. But I feel it's changing. You're not as taboo as you were like 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago. it's starting to be a little bit more okay to be in this field. So definitely your destiny, you're coming, there's a big fire or something being ignited inside of you right now, right around now. There's the next level of this teaching, of this preaching, of this knowledge and wisdom that you're going to share with the world. It feels like I don't necessarily, so I think it's not for the general Taurus in this particular reading that it has been fully stagnant, because I think if I have a feeling like you've been up and running for a bit now in this, but even though you're up and running a bit in this, there's the next level. And if you felt the stagnant energy of this and you sort of really haven't gotten going with whatever it is in your field that you're doing, now is that time. Okay. So I'm just going to pull one more card there, and then we're going to move into the extension and see what else there is there for you if you feel drawn to this reading. So I'm finding a message here for Taurus, please. Sansa. Vad var det? Oh, wow. The star card. Now I'm rearranging my furniture. The star card with the healing hands. This is you. Taurus, you're bringing hope to the world. You're bringing light to the world. You have healing hands. Like, you have such a healing, like, you're light. This is what I'm feeling. Like, just when I started, you're so charismatic. You're so magnetic and charismatic. There's just this aura around you and about you that is just really, really beautiful. And well, if you haven't already, you're going to start to spread this light to people around you, and you probably literally have very healing hands, or like a healing voice, or a healing, you know, there's a lot of ways that we can express our healing. It can be even through words. Like, you can have the written word and people reading it just, you know, they start to cry because it's just so, you just have that touch, you know, you're so in tune, in touch with yourself. You're all of this. Okay, so if this intrigues you, if this interests you, if you feel like, yeah, this is my story, or I'm like, you just really, yeah, this fascinates me, I want to know more. I'm going to move this into the extension, and there's two ways to get the extension. One way is on Vimeo, and I cut the price in half there. You can no longer buy there on Vimeo, but you can rent for half off. Or you can go buy me a coffee at the donation place, buy me a coffee. Or however many cups of coffee that you like, and or that you feel like the extension was worth to you, or just to support the channel. I posted both of those links in the description box, so if you feel called to this extension, you're so welcome to either of those. If not, thank you so much for watching, Taurus. I hope to see you back soon. Take care, guys.